welcome or welcome back to my channel. From the title you can guess that today we will be talking about the books that I accumulated in the first 3 months of the 2024. I decided to do those book hauls quarterly, so I will show you the books that I've got in January, February and March. But I'm very proud of myself actually, because compared to the last year I'm doing very well on not spending that much money on the books, because I bought totally, I think I bought 23 books this year, and I already read 54 I think. So I can see in my bookshelves that I'm getting a little bit more place, because if I don't like the book that I read, I just get rid of that one. And yeah, happy with that, because my goal was to just be conscious of what I'm buying, not just grab everything that I see. And it's going well so far. We still have half a year almost, more than half a year, so it can change, but at least for now I'm happy with my buying. So maybe we just start with the first one. It will be in no particular order, I just set them here and we will go through what I've got in the past months. So first and foremost, it is the biography of my favorite Formula 1 driver. He is Lando Norris. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of Formula 1. I'm obsessed. I need help. Yeah, I live, breathe, think Formula 1. And yeah, it is his biography. It's a little bit strange because this dude is only 24 years old and he's already have a biography, and it's more of his younger years and how he got in a Formula 1. It was very interesting to read actually, because I already read, I bought it and I read it immediately. And I'm pretty sure there will be more biographies of him throughout the years. And yeah, he now is in his peak of Formula 1. I think he is doing very well this year, and yeah, I'm happy for it, happy for McLaren, happy for Lando Norris. And for those who are also interested in Formula 1, I definitely recommend picking this one up. Look at that book, it's so pretty. So yeah, very happy with this purchase. Like I said, I already read it, 5 stars from me, no question asked. And yeah, happy with that one. Another that I bought is Wildfire by Hannah Grace, and in this one we have a couple, Ross and Aurora. They decide to go and to be counselors on a camp, kids camp, but they meet before that camp. I think one night before they have to go to that camp, and they have some interactions, and they think that they see each other that night for the last time, but they meet each other on that camp. And that camp has a rule that employees can fraternize but Aurora is not one for the rules. Ross is more reserved, so we shall see how it goes. I already read that book as well, but I will keep my thoughts for my wrap-up, and I think my wrap-up will be maybe in 2 weeks time. And yeah, this book will be one of those that I will talk about, so I won't tell anything about it yet, what I thought of it. But yeah, it's very popular on TikTok, on other social medias, and I just wanted to try it. And yeah, you will see what my thoughts are about that book. Another one is a little bit different from others that I showed you. It's a Lithuanian edition. It is about a Father Amorth. He was a exorcist of the Pope, and yeah, it's his stories, how he ended up being an exorcist, what he saw during exorcisms, and so on. So if you are interested in paranormal and in demons, and if you believe something like that, so I think you should try it. It was very heavily Christian based. I also read it, but because I am very interested in paranormal world and all things ghosts, demons, exorcism, poltergeist, you name it. I really into it, so I wanted to read it, and yeah, I did. So that was the one. It's as if it is his diary, some you can say that. So yeah, it was interesting to be in a exorcist's head and see all of this through his eyes. We have this one. I think this video will be quite short because I have a migraine, so I'm trying to be fast. So another one is a Norwegian edition, Vampyrsøstrene and Venn og smake på, or I think in English it would be Vampire Sisters, a friend to taste. And to be honest, I haven't read the synopsis of this book. I like to go into some of the books blind, and I have few of those here, and it's like you can see from the cover, it is a children's books. And sometimes I just like to read children's stories, and I'm guessing there will be some adventures about two vampire sisters, and yeah, maybe some things will happen with their friends, guessing from the title. But yeah, nonetheless, I saw the book cover and I bought that in Fretex here in Norway. Fretex is a second-hand shop, and also you can buy books there, so it was very, very, very cheap to buy this one. And yeah, I think I have a feeling that I will read it soon, because I like reading the short children's stories in summertime. Maybe I will keep this one for how that readathon will be called. It will be in the middle of the summer, Spookathon or something like that. So maybe I will read them, but definitely soon. Also, we have another children, young adult book, En uønsket søster, also a Norwegian edition. I forgot to tell you the author. You can see that my migraine is messing with my head. The author is Olug Besimsil. Oh my god, I think I will just butcher the name, so I think I will try just to show you if it focuses, if you can see here. And the original title is Two Naomis. As I see from the description, we have two girls whose names are Naomis. They are very different girls. The only thing that have they in common, their parents decides to date. And I think it will be enemies to friends, maybe, hopefully, story. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I will like it. It's short, it's children book, it will go very well with this one. So maybe I will just do a vlog where I read children's books. That's actually a good idea. I think I have to write that in my journal to not forget to, yeah, just to read children's books. That one, another one from that same, what did I want to, what I want to say, never mind. However, it's also a children's book. We have a also Norwegian edition, then Oppdregbare Kråka by Catherine Fisher. And I heard a little bit about that author, Catherine Fisher. I don't know where, but I think she writes children's books, and I think it's quite interesting books. Don't quote me on that, I may be far from the truth, but the original title is The Clockwork Crow. And this one I also bought blind, because one thing, it was very, very cheap. I also bought on Fretex. I also like the cover of the book. I'm having a feeling that it will be mysterious, maybe a little bit paranormal book or fantasy, children fantasy. I have no idea, but I'm hoping that I will like this one as well. So we have that one. Another one is Lady Almina, Virgeligetens Downton Abbey. So it is a book about Lady Almina. Shall we see what it says on the back of the book? I think I also am a huge fan of Downton Abbey. I'm sorry, I'm sitting on the ground, so I'm trying to find the best position to, yeah, to be comfortable. But we have Lady Almina. She was 19 years old when she married a duke. I think he was a duke. I'm not pretty sure, but I think she married a Duke Carnarvon, and suddenly she became a Lady Almina, and now she is involved in the very high society. So I think it is maybe real story or inspired by real story. I think this book inspired Downton Abbey, what I'm trying to say here. And because I'm a fan of Downton Abbey, I saw all the TV series, I saw all the movies. I have a cooking book of Downton Abbey. I have a, yeah, some stuff related to Downton Abbey, so you can see that I'm a fan. So of course I had to buy this one, and yeah, it is in Norwegian edition. And yeah, we have even a photo, so it's definitely a real story that inspired Downton Abbey. So it will be very interesting to read. I like reading books with the, yeah, that is the Lady Almina herself. So yeah, suddenly I have a urge to pick this one as soon as possible, so we will see when I start it, but definitely soon. That was unhinged representation of the book. That one. Another from the kids books that I bought on Pretext, also very cheap. Also I bought that because of the cover. It's by Deb Lowhead. Spøkelses huset hjemlighet. It's also a Norwegian edition. And the original title of this one, The Twisting Road Tea Room. Once again, I don't know what this book is about, but guessing from title, Spøkelses huset hjemlighet. Spøkelses huset, it's a ghost house, so maybe there will be something paranormal involved, or maybe it will be a mystery. We don't know. I don't know, but I like the cover. I wanted to have this one, and it will be going to that reading children's book vlog. Ooh, now I'm so excited to film that one because I want to read those books as fast as possible as well. So another one, I'm actually very lucky that I'm working in the bookstore, because usually we get ARCs to read in preparation for us to sell some books. So one of those that I've got was Min Venn Alice by Mali Marlem. It's of course a Norwegian edition, and it is a mystery thriller. And in this book we have two friends, Jessie and Alice, and I think Alice is very obsessed with true crime stories, and she decides to solve the sleeping baby case somehow, and she's very dominant, and Jessie feels like she doesn't want to be involved that maybe much or something like that, but I think Alice will start to press her to do things, and she will try to distance herself from that friend, and we will see how it goes. And it sounded interesting. I'm quite interested in true crime stories, so hopefully I will like this one. Another one that I also got through the work is by, who is the author? Sally Page, Historia Samleren, and it's also a Norwegian edition. The original title is The Keeper of Stories, and it's not how the book will be in our shops. It will look like that. We already sell it, so I can show you. This is the cover we have. But what I like about this arc, that under this desk jacket it has a very pretty very pretty book, and it has, like you can see, flowers. So I think I will read it without the jacket because I don't like that one. But in this book we have a woman, Janice, and she is a she comes to the house to clean. She's cleaning lady. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly in English. I think it's cleaning, just cleaning hell. And I think she's very interested in people's lives, and she of course knows a lot of stories, secrets maybe, from the people she helps tidy their houses. So yeah, she collects those stories, and one day she starts cleaning the house for Mrs. B, and now she wants to know more about the Janice. But at first Janice says that she just doesn't have anything to tell, or more, she don't want to tell some things. But Mrs. B is, I think she knows that Janice hides something and just wants to know. So I think maybe it will be a domestic thriller. I am not pretty sure, but it sounded quite interesting, and like with all of my books, I want to read as soon as possible. So yeah, maybe if you read it already, you can tell me if it's worth reading, because it's quite thick. But yeah, interested in that one as well. And now we have a 4-book series, a Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. We have, oh, I like those covers so much. There's so buttery, if you know what I mean. I just like to hold them. But first of all, in this series we have of course Formula One drivers, and each book talks about one of them and their love lives, and they are very, very smutty books, especially the first one. If you decide to read all of them, and I'm pretty sure you would love them, I love them all. I now ask people to read those books. Everyone should read those books who loves romance, and especially smutty books. But I think the first one is the smuttiest, and when you progress to other stories, the plot gets a little bit more and more serious, I think. And I think the fourth one was the sweetest maybe of them, the most romantic maybe. But the first one definitely very, very smutty, and I loved every single page of that. I laughed out loud reading that book, those books, also much. I was interested in all of them, all of the characters. I was rooting for all of them. I loved them all. They were flawed, of course they were flawed, but nonetheless I really enjoyed it. Of course there's a lot of not quite right things that actually happens in Formula One, but you have to know that it's fictional books. It's just maybe inspired by Formula One, and yeah, but nonetheless I love them all. So we have Throttle by the first series, and in this one we have Maya and Noah. Noah is known to be a lover boy, and he has a bad reputation, and Maya knows about that reputation and just tries to stay away from him. But of course there's connection, of course sparks flies when they see each other, and yeah, we will have a very lovely couple here. So Throttled, the first one, all of them of course got from me 5 stars, and I'm planning on rereading them quite soon, and then I think I will just go loose on my tabbing with those ones. So the second one, no, this one is the second one. The second one is the story about Sophia and Liam. Also very interesting book. Love them all. I said about Noah that he has a reputation. All of them has a not that great reputation. They have bad boys reputation, of course. So yeah, all the girls are very sweet sunshines. Yeah, so yeah, please 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 read those books. So Collided. The third one is Wrecked, and in this one we have Elena and Jax. This one was quite serious. It has not only smart, but it's also talks about some illnesses and sickness, and there were few parts that almost made me tear up a little bit, so be prepared for that as well if you will decide to read those ones, but nonetheless you have to. And the last one in the series was Redeemed, and in this one we have the story about Chloe and Santiago. Santiago and Maya from the first books are actually brother and sister. These ones, I think they will be, not will be, these books are my favorite series. So yeah, those ones. Also we have Bli Med Meg by Catherine Isaac, and original title of this one is Come Away With Me. I have no idea what this book is about. I've got it also at work. I saw the cover of this book and I think it will be maybe a romance. Don't quote me on that, I have no idea. Not much I can say about this one, only that I would like to read it, and it has a very huge reflection, so I will just try to show you the book. Yeah, this one. And also we have a book by Alex Michaelides. It's called Vreden, also Norwegian edition. He is the author of Silent Patient. I have that book and I still haven't read it, and I almost feel ashamed because that Silent Patient book is so popular and I think now everyone have read it already and I haven't. So I think it should be my priority, and after I will read Silent Patient maybe I should pick this one up. And original title of this one is The Fury. Once again, I have no idea what this book is about, but because of the author, because of the book that he wrote, because of the how popular that book first book was, I decided to just grab this one, and I also got it at work. So this one. Another one is The Burning Girls by C.J. Tudor, and in this one we have, maybe I will just read the synopsis of the book, because to tell people that I have no idea what this book is about, it's getting a little bit repetitive. 5 years ago, 8 martyrs burned. 30 years ago, 2 teenagers vanished. 2 months ago, a vicar died mysteriously. Welcome to Chapel Croft. For Reverend Jack Brooks and teenage daughter Flo, it's a fresh start. New job, new home. But in close-knit community, old superstitions and mistrust of outsiders mean treading carefully. Yet right away, Jack has more frightening concerns. Why did no one say the last vicar killed himself? Why is Flo plagued by visions of burning girls? And who is sending them threatening messages? Old ghosts with scores to settle can never rest, and Jack is standing in their way. I love paranormal books. I love paranormal mysteries. I don't know it will be paranormal book, but it sounds like it, and once again I just want to read it as soon as possible. But by the sea of books that I have back me, all of those are my TBR books. None of them I have read yet, so I don't know when I will read this one, when I will pick up, but it's definitely on the higher TBR side. So we have that one, and we also have a book by Riley Sager, and what is it? Oh, It's the receipt. The only one left. I read few of Riley Sager books and I really enjoyed those. So now this author is almost my auto-buy author, and I bought that book even without reading the back of the book. So maybe we can do that together. A heart-pounding gothic thriller. Ooh, from the master of suspense. Everyone believes that Leonora Hope is a mass murderer. When the Hope family was massacred decades ago, she was the only one left alive after that tragic night. Mute, paralyzed, and confined to a wheelchair, Leonora has never been able to tell her side of the story. Poor girl. Until her new live-in caregiver kid brings her a typewriter. And with one working finger, Leonora begins to type. I want to tell you everything. That sounds amazing. And now I want to read them all. Some of them I want to reread again. Yeah, that's my luck. And the last book, oh, I can't feel my legs. Oh, never again I will be sitting on the ground while filming. But the last book I have is the memoir by Britney Spears, and it's called The Woman in Me. I thought that there will be also some photos involved, but there were none of them, and it was a little bit boring to read, to be honest, but I read it nonetheless. And yeah, I knew majority of what was in this book already. I learned some new things, and I read it very quickly, I think in 1 or 2 days. And yeah, for those who were very huge fans or still is a fan of her, so maybe you should try and read this one. I wasn't a fan of Britney Spears. I listened to few of her songs, I like few of her songs, but I never was one of those who followed her life. But I still was interested to read. So for the fans of this lady, I think it will be a very interesting book. And yeah, from what I've learned, I just hope that one day she will get all the help she needs, because definitely she is now traumatized and will be traumatized, I think, for the rest of her life. But at least I hope that she will get help and start the journey of healing. That's all I will say about this one. So like I said, it's quite short video this time, but nonetheless I'm happy with all the books that I bought. We have this stack here. Yeah, I think there's 19 books that I showed you. I don't know how much, but I just put them here because they are very heavy and I missed all of them. But yeah, that will be the video for today. So thanks for watching. Tell me if you already have read maybe some of them, what you have thought about them, and if you are interested in reading some of those books that I already showed you. And yeah, like always, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you will. And yeah, just thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.